Hey, what's up, everybody? Daryl Stinson here. Listen, I wanted to come on and talk to you about overcoming, dealing with, coping with, speaking insecurity. We all have it, whether you are a professional speaker, a leader of a nonprofit organization, or just a mother or father or a brother or a friend. We all have the ability to speak. And sometimes there is an insecurity around what we believe, what we think is really helpful. So if you ever struggled with that insecurity, can we model vulnerability right now for the internet and just hashtag me in the chat? Let me know that you can relate to this, that this is something that you too face in some area, maybe at a different degree than others, but in some area there's an insecurity when you really stand for what you believe in. Also, since I am outdoors and it's kind of windy, let me know if you guys can hear me all right. Just type, yeah, we can hear you in the comments, and um, that'll let me know that I'm on the right track here. If not, I'll just keep rambling, and hopefully you can pick up some insights and some truth that'll help you share your story, impact the lives of more people, and really heal internally and make a difference in this world. So one of the things that sparked this thought is I had uh, a speaking engagement last year in Sedona, Arizona, and it was such a beautiful area, like a lots of mountains, like a hiking trails, all that stuff. What's up, pops? And the venue was good for the speaking, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna hire a videographer. I'm gonna bring him out here. We're gonna record, capture the keynote, cut it up, make a demo reel. Then we're gonna go out in the mountains and stuff and film a ton of content. And I'm gonna use that content to do all this good and help all these people with all these things and be different than just like me doing Zoom videos or something. And it's more creative, so it scratches my creative itch. And that was a year ago. And can I tell you, uh, I have not shared the demo video. I've only shared one video clip out of the 10 or so that we made for social because of my own insecurity. I When I watched the footage, all I noticed was what I said wrong, what I don't like about how I look, what I don't like about my body, the things that I don't like about my personality, certain personality traits, or just all the things. Like there were so many things that I just nitpicked it and said like this isn't worthy to share. Like this isn't good enough. Like this isn't impressive enough. Like people are gonna think that, I'm not really a great speaker. And it was just one of those things where, and what happened is, okay, so we're picking up the project a year later, and the guy, his name's Mike. He edited the video for me as a, a base, like as a template to kind of give me some bearings for like, okay, here's kind of what it'll look like. Let me know where you want to change and move and shift things and all this. And he sent me the thing, and I had this moment of watching myself and watching these clips with the music and the stuff he put together, of really seeing it for the beauty that was in it and not the things that I was viewing through the lens of my insecurity, right? And there's nothing wrong with being a person of growth or involvement, but this is how I viewed it. And I looked at it, and I literally this is the exact thought I thought. I was like, man, that is way better than what I thought it was in my mind. Okay. And I started to think about everything that I've done from last year to now to market myself as a speaker. Like everything that I tried to do other than to share that content, right? Try writing the perfect email, trying the networking so that, they don't ask me for these videos, like trying to update the brand, trying to get better footage on better stages and bigger audiences, like all this stuff to like not reveal me, but like show people this perfected version of me that masked this insecurity that I had about what the raw thing looked like. And I see a lot of speakers doing that. I see a lot of speakers marketing. They've got the brand is on point. They're consistently running their newsletters. They're consistently blogging. They're, you know, clipping up and putting out videos that are like the perfect little, uh-oh. See, caught it. That was the wind. That are the perfect. I'm at Stone Mountain, by the way. Stone Mountain in the back. A very historic mountain. I hiked it today and had some fun. I tried to run it, but I don't got it like that yet. And Dad, this is your fault. I officially had to wear a knee brace for this. So back to what I was saying. All of these uh, marketing tactics in order to mask the insecurity that I have with my true authentic self, my true authentic emotions, and my true authentic beliefs. Okay. And I want to encourage you not to do that, because one of the things that I recognized in seeing that video that was sent to me, and even in its first stage of edits, was that I could have used that and it would have been far more effective than all these other tactics that I've been trying to use to market myself, because it is more raw, it is more real, it is more authentic. And even though he's cutting it up and adding some music and stuff, like you'll see it when you'll see the footage. It's not it's it, it's not it's more raw. It's more raw. That's the best way I know how to explain it. And it's more out there and more open, and I'm allowing myself to be seen. And it's so crazy that as a speaker, I want to make an impact and a bigger influence. And as a person who coaches other speakers, I want to do all these things. But there's this annoying insecurity that creates some sabotage, that stagnates some results. And I'm moving through those things. And one of the things I'm doing to do that is, hiking this mountain, having deep spiritual practices to really reflect on where's the resistance, and more importantly, where's the opportunity beyond the resistance. And so, I hope that this helps you to start to really take a look at how insecurity is creating a level of resistance in your business and in your life. Okay, could you be further, faster? Could you have a greater human experience, a greater uh, connection in your relationships, greater marriage if you're married, a greater fulfillment, a greater business, a greater relationship with your son or your daughter, like with your brothers or your sisters, if you weren't trying to mask that insecurity. Um, there's so many rabbit trails I want to go off on that, but let me keep it simple. So, if that's your jam, man, if you're looking to really work through these insecurities, to not just market in a way that like is traditional and trying to put together all the little best parts of yourself so that you can project to be a level of perfection that you're not. If you really want to stand in what you believe and show the world the true you, one of the things I share with people all the time is, people are aware of the fear of public speaking, that people fear public speaking more than they fear death. They say that they would rather be in the casket than delivering the eulogy. And that's just crazy to think that this brings up so much fear when it's something that's so natural to who we are to communicate. And the reason why I believe that is because, write this down, public speaking is like psychologically undressing in front of other people. And there's something about being emotionally naked, mentally naked, psychologically naked in front of others that creates all of this insecurity and this fear. But what can happen if we learn how to speak naked? What could happen if we learn how to speak vulnerably? What could happen if we learn how to stand in our truth and our belief and our power, regardless of people's opinions or judgments or our past pains from the times where we tried to raise our hand in class and someone laughed at us, or the times where we tried to speak in front of other people and we blanked, or whatever, wherever the insecurity is. What if we showed up full and raw and authentic? How would that change our experience? How would that change our results? How would that change the depth of fulfillment that we feel as leaders, as speakers, as humans in our everyday experience? So, that's what I'm about, man. And I love being a mentor to speakers, helping them work through those insecurities, to, create more engaging, captivating keynotes that produce a different level of transformation within their clients, and their audiences. One of the things that I recognized in speaking in tons of stages is that how I showed up directly influenced the impact that was made, right? Like, I believe that I'm a channel of God. I believe that, life change happens from, God working in people's life, and also people's choice to cooperate with the workings of God in their life. But I believe that as a vessel, it It matters how open I am, how expressive I am. Like, how much of a vessel am I really being? Am I like this little vessel where, like, you know, God can only flow through my comfortability, or am I a complete open vessel where God can flow through all of me, through my fingers, through my toes, through my eyelids, through my eyelashes, like flow through all of my beingness? And how much more, if I allow God to flow through me like that, how much more impact could I really make in the lives of other people? And I'm telling you, it makes a difference. If I showed up and I was insecure and I was hesitant and I was kind of like trying to stick to the PowerPoint and get all the bases right, can I tell you, like, two people might have been impacted out of a room of 300 people. But when I show up and I'm like, you know what? I'm here to be full vessel. I love who I am. I stand in my truth. I'm not perfect, but I'm progressing. I'm going to allow God to flow fully through all of me, the good in me, the imperfections in me. And I'm not going to allow insecurity to dictate the openness of my vessel. I'm going to allow the calling that I have on my life to dictate the openness of my vessel. So I open all of it up and allow them to flow through all of me. You know what happens? Instead of two people being impacted, 40, 50 people are impacted. Oh my gosh, now there's a line of people saying that's exactly what I needed to hear and the way that I needed to hear it. Why? Because the vessel was open. How open are you? How open are you? How open are you? On a scale of 1 to 10, drop it in the comments. How open are you? Self reflect for yourself. How open are you? How expressed are you? How expressed are you? Because the opportunity for us all is to step into a deeper level of expression, is to step into greater levels of openness. And that is how we make a difference in the world. And can I tell you, our world needs it. Our world needs leaders who are more open, more vulnerable, more real, more authentic. Okay. And I believe if you're watching this, especially at this point in the video, that that's you. That's you. That's you. So if there's any way that I can support you around this, there's specific practices, there's specific understandings about yourself and about storytelling and the speaking industry that you need to understand. I'm happy to open up a conversation about mentoring you through this process. And if that's not your cup of tea, let me tell you that speaking is everywhere. Every conversation that you have is an opportunity to speak your truth, to stand in your power, and to remain an open channel of God. Okay. And I encourage you today to be that open channel. Don't allow insecurity to dim your light, and truly go play full on today. All right. I love y'all. I got stuff to do. I'll check in later. Peace.